that's the counter punch. Telling him not to counter punch.
A beautiful morning to you. You're welcome to ATN Sports Personality Show on Atlantic Television Network. Of course, it's another exciting edition where I will take a look at another sports personality down here on the show. Today, we're going to be talking about Lionel Messi. Of course, he actually put up a record after winning the Copa America. He's the most decorated player in football history with 45 trophies. So that's, of course, the reason why we're going to be talking about the man today. He's done a lot for himself, and we have to give him that kudos. We have to make sure we take a look at what he's been able to achieve, of course, and we'll take a look at how he started his career as well, and of course where he is and where he will be tomorrow. Probably, maybe he might be calling it quits in his football career anytime soon. But we'll also take a look at that as well. But at the moment, he's the most decorated football player in history with 45 trophies. And that's why I want to take a look at the man. So it promises to be an exciting edition of the show. So we'll urge you to sit tight as we're very much ready, of course, to unravel all that you need to know about Messi this morning. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Telling him not to counter punch. Telling him not to counter punch. Telling him not to counter punch.
You're welcome back to the Sports Personality Show on Atlantic Television Network. I told you, of course, we'll be taking a look at the life of Lionel Messi. He is the most decorated football player in history with 45 trophies to his name, at this point. And joining me to take a look at the life of Lionel Messi this morning is no other person than Dr. Eleji Omoke. Good morning to you and welcome to the show, Doctor.
Good morning, Kingsley. Good morning,
All right, so we have to take a look at, the man, Lionel Messi's life. The man was born on the 24th of June, 1987 in Rosario, Santa Fe, the third of four children of George Messi, a steel factory manager, and his wife, Celia Cusitini, who worked in a magnet manufacturing workshop. On his father's side, he is of Italian and Spanish descent, the great-grandson of immigrants from the north-central Adriatic Medj region of Italy. And on his mother's side, he has primarily Italian ancestry. Growing up in a tight-knit, football-loving family, Leo developed a passion for the sports from an early age, playing constantly with his older brothers Rodrigo and Matias, and their cousins Marciano and Emilio Botucci, both of whom became professional footballers as well. At the age of 4, he joined local club Grand Doli, where he was coached by his father, though his earliest influence as a player came from his maternal grandmother, Celia, who accompanied him to training and matches. He was greatly affected by her death shortly before his 11th birthday. Since then, as a devout Catholic, he has celebrated his goals by looking up and pointing to the sky in tribute to his grandmother. Now, faced with mounting medical efforts and seeking to build promote Messi's family accepted an offer to move the 13-year-old prodigy to FC Barcelona, who would pay for his treatment. So, Doc, let me come down to you. What do you make of Lionel Messi early life? How he started his football career?
Yeah, Messi started like every other South American player, those from Brazil, those from Argentina. But the difference is just that he started. Af the difference is just that when he started, there's that commitment on his part on knowing the trajectory where he wants to get to. So really, I think he played a great role to where he actually found himself in his career. Because if you check, most of these players started in their home country, but he started there, but now moved at early stage to Spain. So you see that transition from Argentina to Spain, it really played a role in his career. Unlike some other players that started, they even had to play professional in their home country. But Messi did not play professional football in Argentina. He started his mainstream football in Spain, and I think that played a major role. And if you check, the La Masia, the Barcelona Academy is one of the best in the whole world, and that really helped in ensuring that his growth rate from that tender age to where he found himself was actually successful, unlike so many other South American players that had their early career at home. That was what played that transition from home to Europe. If you check the likes of Ronaldo de Lima, they had all their careers at the age of 17, 16, 18. That's when they move over to Europe. But Lionel Messi wasn't the case. I think he started very early in Europe, and that is what played a huge role. And he too, I think, utilized the opportunity. When you have opportunity and you fail to see that this is a great opportunity, sometimes it may not count. But when you utilize the opportunity you have, it becomes easier for you to grow faster and better. I think that's the case of Lionel Messi.
We understand that his father was also a lover of football. In fact, his brothers as well were also lovers of football. In fact, they even play professional football. Will you also attribute Messi's success, to his family as well?
Yes, of course, you have to, because most times the major reason why some footballers don't make it big is because of the influence from the family. If you check most Nigerian players, they will tell you that, oh, my father never wanted me to play football. My mother never. That attitude alone can bring down the morale of someone who wants to make it big in football. But when you see the likes of brothers and sisters, father encouraging you, they want the best for you in that particular field, that alone can make a player attain what he wants to attain. I think the father and the brothers, they play the role, because you can't take that away. From the onset, from the beginning, imagine where the father said, no, you are not going to play football. Go and go to school and read law. And with that alone, a slight twist on decision can easily change the fate of what all of us have enjoyed over the past, I think, 20 years now.
Yeah, true. So are you trying to say, when you take a look at it, with the word, that parents should always allow their children to do whatever they want?
No.
In life?
No. I don't see it that way, because if parents should allow children do whatever they want, some of them may be influenced by what they see and what they watch, and they may become what really is not a good thing. For instance, if you see somebody, rich people, you don't know how they make their money, and these also influence some of these younger ones. And somebody wants to be a musician, and it's okay, let him go into music, but you don't know that the musician, that the idol he's looking up to, the one that he's seen as a mentor, is someone who had passed through ways that he's not supposed to. By the time he goes in there and see what is happening, he may not end up becoming the type of person he's supposed to be. So parents shouldn't outrightly allow their children to choose what they want. Even if they are to choose, parents should also guide them, nurture them to see that they grow to what they are supposed to become in future.
We also understand that during his early time in football, he had growth hormone issues, and then that actually, of course, hindered him from getting some kind of deals, even at that tender age, because the club he was playing for, that was in Argentina, Newell's, actually couldn't actually
foot the bees for the treatment.
Yeah, for the treatment. So you think that actually, of course, we heard that he had to travel to FC Barcelona, and Barcelona they saw the potential in him and decided, of course, to take him into
that is why I said sometimes faith can take us from nowhere to somewhere. Now imagine if he had stayed. That's why I said earlier on, I said his transition from at that youthful age from Argentina to Spain played a role. Imagine if he had stayed in Norway and maybe up till the age of probably he wouldn't have gone to Barcelona to play. Maybe he would have gone to PSG, he would have gone to Real Madrid, and that would have been the twist of fate. But you see, that particular incident of him moving from Argentina at that age because of sickness. Now, everybody sees one thing from different angle.
True.
What Barcelona was seeing was not what New Oil was seeing.
Yeah.
And what Barcelona was seeing was not what every other European club were seeing. What they saw a player that will become great tomorrow. But at the end of the day, they went for it, they did the surgery, the rest is history.
Yeah.
So I think the sickness actually played a role in turning around his fortune.
True, definitely. We'll talk more about Barcelona, but we understand that Messi relocated to Spain and joined Barcelona at the age of 13, making his competitive debut at age 17 in October 2004. He established himself as an integral player for the club within the next 3 years, and in his first uninterrupted season in 2008-2009 helped Barcelona achieve the first treble in Spanish football that year. At the age of 32, Messi won his first Ballon d'Or. Messi won 4 consecutive Ballon d'Or and the first player to win 4 times. During the 2011-2012 season, he set La Liga and European records for most goals in a season while establishing himself as Barcelona all-time top scorer. Let's hold it there. From what we've seen, Doctor, can we say that Barcelona made Messi?
Yes.
Because he went there at the age of 13 and he was able
you can put it any way you want to put it. I think Barcelona, without Barcelona, there won't be Messi. And also, we can also put it the other way around. Without Messi, there won't be Barcelona. So it's a two-way team.
Before Messi,
There was Barcelona.
Yes.
There were other players. But the history that Messi had created within the period he stayed in Barcelona had not been created by any other player. He's the Barcelona all-time highest goal scorer.
Yeah.
He's the La Liga all-time highest goal scorer. He has won everything in Barcelona. Barcelona had, I think, one UEFA Champions League before he came. He came in, they won 4. And I think these are achievements that he made. The league title under his watch, under Lionel Messi, they won about 11 league titles. So you can't take it away from him. He may not be the favorite of everyone, but at least he actually made Barcelona what it is. We should give credits and kudos to him for what he have done in Barcelona.
So Barcelona made him and he also made Barcelona.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He made Barcelona and Barcelona made him. It's a two-way team.
Okay, the following 2 seasons, he finished second for the Ballon d'Or behind Cristiano Ronaldo, his perceived career rival, before regaining his best form during the 2014-2015 season, becoming the all-time top scorer in La Liga, and leading Barcelona to a historic second treble, and was awarded a 5th Ballon d'Or in 2015. Before we talk about these titles the man won during his time at Barcelona, we understand that even before he came to limelight, there were people like Rivaldo in Barcelona, people like Ronaldinho. I think Ronaldo was the one, of course, who gave him the edge, and I think was the one who actually gave him the assist that he scored the first goal, at FC Barcelona. Do you think the stars as well also paid way for him, especially Ronaldinho?
Yes, of course. Sometimes when you are growing up and you don't have here to look up to, you just try to hold hand. You won't hold hand anywhere. So playing with the likes of Ronaldinho, Eto'o, Deco, the likes of Xavi, the likes of a lot of them, the likes of Julie. There were so many stars that at that time Barcelona was star-studded, and it's not like the football we watch now where you have just one player. That time you have a star-studded team. You have a team that everybody is a star. We are not just looking at Harry. At the time, Harry was in that Barcelona team. So if you check, playing alongside these great players, as at that time, if Barcelona has a free kick, it's either Deco or it is Ronaldinho. So Ronaldinho already saw, and the only way Ronaldinho could help is to do what? To try and nurture and mentor. And at the end of the day, I think the thing we are seeing today will say kudos to all the stars that have helped to also nurture him to what he has become. We shouldn't forget, in as much as we had all these stars that nurtured him, we should also not forget to talk about his level of humility and commitment.
Definitely.
It takes someone who is humble and someone who is committed to achieving something for him to have gone this far. Because if you don't do that, automatically, even if they pour anointing, 20-liter anointing oil on your head, the oil will pour down and it will not go anywhere. So kudos must be given to Lionel Messi.
Definitely.
I think one of the greatest of the world. Though for me, I don't see football the way others see it.
Okay. Let's take a look at, we talked about him winning a lot of, titles down there for FC Barcelona, even some personal, awards as well for himself. Will you attribute, some of these achievements to the efforts of Lionel Messi, or you say it was actually a team effort?
In football, no man is an island. In football, no man is an island. You can't achieve anything without somebody. I will start back in 2005 when they played the under. The 2005 when they played the under 20 World Cup. It was not only his effort. We had so many other players that did great job in that team, and they won the trophy. But all was attributed to him. In 2008, when they won the Olympics against
All
Nigeria,
was attributed to him. Was he so exceptional?
he played his part. He was the best player of the tournament. But if we are looking at taking players that say, if we are looking at players to be so exceptional, and we should be looking at players like Diego Armando Maradona, who won the World Cup in 1986, scoring 5 goals, contributing 6 goals. That's 11 goals goals contribution, where Argentina at the end of the day scored 13 goals in the tournament. So it was only 2 goals that he never had in hand. And even the 2 goals he never had in hand, he laid a pass that led to the goal. He laid a pass and somebody laid the pass that led to the goal. So what I'm trying to say in this contest is that Messi cannot be totally say that he single-handedly did all. There were people that actually worked for him. If you check the Barcelona team, we had Sergio Busquets, we had Xavi, we had Iniesta. If you remove Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta from the team, Messi cannot do anything. Imagine when Xavi and Iniesta retired, the whole Barcelona team crumbled. That means the team was actually built on the midfield of Xavi and Iniesta. Even Busquets was there, nothing was happening. Even when Neymar came in, nothing was happening. Though they managed to win 1 or 2 when Neymar came, but it was not business as usual under the likes of Andres Iniesta and Xavi Hernandez. These were great players that performed, though they couldn't win the Ballon d'Or or FIFA Best. But you can't take it away. They were great players that actually contributed to whatever Messi had become.
This was team effort, not individual effort.
Not just an individual effort. That doesn't mean that I'm taking away the exceptional ability of Lionel Messi. He plays and creates a difference when it matters most. But if you check in most of the games where the team doesn't play cohesively, it becomes difficult for him. He went to PSG, there were a lot of problems. Apart from the normal traditional Ligue 1 that PSG has always won, they didn't win outside the Ligue 1. He went to Inter Miami, it was still the same issue. Even at Argentina, at the time they had to be organizing the Copa America every year to ensure that he wins the tournament before he won the first. They also counted that one too as a trophy. We had 2 teams from different, although they are all trophies. I'm not against, I'm not an anti-Messi, but he has done a lot. And kudos must be given to him. But we should also look at the other things that makes up players and other players too that have performed. Let us not just see that it was solely his personal effort. No, it wasn't his effort.
All right. Messi assumed captaincy of Barcelona in 2018 and won a record 6 Ballon d'Or in 2019. He signed for French club Paris Saint-Germain in August 2021, spending 2 seasons winning League 1 twice. Messi joined American club Inter Miami in July 2023, winning the League Cup in August. We also saw his time as well, at French Ligue 1 side, talking about Paris Saint-Germain. But before we take a look at that, Doc, just like you were mentioning, we understand that he's won a lot of Ballon d'Or awards and some other individual awards as well. But a lot of persons are so concerned, especially the last Ballon d'Or, of course, he won, and that some of those Ballon d'Or awards that he didn't merit them.
See, one thing you have to understand, Ballon d'Or is not an award that is given by everybody. There is a committee that is set up to give this award. And for all human, there is always that biased nature and error. Sometimes, even in football, you will see that this thing is clearly a handball, but the referee will say he didn't see it, and nothing will happen. So that is all about the Ballon d'Or. In 2010, Iniesta Schneider stood a better position of winning the Ballon d'Or in 2010. At least Holland went to the World Cup. They got to, I think, the semi-finals. Iniesta won the Champions League, won the Italian League, won the treble for Inter Milan. He stood a better chance to win the Ballon d'Or. He did not. It was given to Messi. Even when Messi did not win anything that year apart from the La Liga. In 2012, 2023, but Messi won the World Cup in 2022, and they gave the award that for what he won in 2022 was not given for 2023. It's not, it didn't really go well per se. But one thing you have to understand that these are human beings; they can also make error. So he has won it. He has won it. He has 8 Ballon d'Ors.
You know, but
so even if you argued from now till tomorrow, it is on record that he has 8 Ballon d'Ors. But we shouldn't also forget that the Ballon d'Ors are not the highest award. We have the FIFA best. FIFA is the highest football governing body. So if we are looking at it from the other angle, how many FIFA best did he win? He won 3. Ronaldo won 3. Right? Fine. Ballon d'Or is not a FIFA award. Although at the time they had to merge it with FIFA, but they later separated. I don't know if you understand me. So there is always, don't expect perfection in selection of the world best. There is always one error or the other. In 2003, Thierry Henry was the highest goal scorer in Europe in Arsenal. Everybody tipped Thierry Henry to win the Ballon d'Or, but it was given to a certain Zinedine Zidane. So it do happens. These are human errors. So, but in as much as that, we can't take it away.
When you say human errors, the Ballon d'Or award is normally done through voting. So journalists vote, we understand coaches vote, captains of teams also vote. So it is who they perceive, of course, to be the right person.
So can't you vote in error or vote in being biased when you vote?
Being biased?
Yes.
Probably maybe some persons might be biased, but I think they might possibly, have probably have done their work to know, okay, this person.
Which work do they do?
To analyze, the performance of.
Do you remember when Mourinho faulted the voting for Coach of the Year, and he mentioned certain coaches that voted for him that did not reflect on the voting? So these are the things I'm telling you. These are human beings that are that can easily make an error. These are human beings that can easily make an error. So it's not something that will say that because they have voted, it is that way. No. They have voted, yes. And Messi had won the Ballon d'Or 8 times. But it doesn't truly reflect the reality on ground in all the 8 occasions. That's what I'm trying to say. In all the 8 occasions. And I can take into consideration the 2010 and also the 2023 Ballon d'Ors. I may not know others, but these are the ones that I can critically say that those 2 Ballon d'Ors were not supposed to be won by Messi. But in as much as he has won them, we should enjoy it. He has them. We can't take it away from him. He's a great player.
Definitely, he's a great player. So, will you also say that the man has been highly favored, by, football?
Football. If you know football, football will favor you. That's the truth. For instance, let's say football did not. Let's say Messi. Football did not favor Messi, or Messi did not play football. Another person played the way he plays is not being played by another person. You tell me, if you see something that is good, you won't like it.
Definitely, you like it.
So that is what is happening to Messi. Even when he doesn't do it, when he doesn't do it very well the way he used to do it, everybody likes him. The authorities likes him. It's like a FIFA boy. It's like someone that, even if he doesn't, okay, our parents, when we are growing up, if you are your father's favorite, even when you do something that your father know that this thing you did was a bad thing, your father say, no, you shouldn't have flogged him. Should have just tell him that this thing he did was very, very wrong, because it's your favorite. So Messi, take it or leave it, had been favored in one occasion or the other. I think he's the favorite of so many. Yes, especially the authorities.
You talk about, people loving him, even him being a FIFA boy, and all of that. There have been this, debate over time, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. You understand, of course, when they were actually at their peak, winning the Ballon d'Or title, season in, season out, will you say, the world actually has been so that Messi has been so favored by football?
you cannot say about fans. You cannot say fans because Ronaldo has more fans than Cristiano Ronaldo, than Lionel Messi. But when you talk in terms of the authority, I think a little bit there has been a little tilt towards Messi than Ronaldo. Yes, I would say that. But if we're actually looking at the best, if not for this era where football had changed pattern of looking at the best, Messi and Ronaldo wouldn't have really been that so famous and winning so much they've won. Check in 2006, Fabio Cannavaro was the world best. He was a defender. Just for a singular act that Italy won the World Cup, and he did exceptionally well in defense. Yeah. He won the world best. I don't know if you understand me. Yeah. Now, in that year, we had other players that scored so many goals. But within the Messi and Ronaldo era, they were not even looking at their contribution. They were just looking at how much goals they scored. So you see that football had tilted away from the normal enjoyment we used to have in football to looking at who scores goal and who made assist. These are not just the criteria to measure the best. So I think I'm not looking at it from the point of saying that they actually favored Messi the more than Cristiano Ronaldo. But I'm looking at it from the angle of football tilting away from the normal football we used to enjoy to looking at it from the point of just record, not looking at what the players have contributed on the field. We now use computer to calculate everything. The time we enter the computer era, we no longer pick the best. We try to pick the ones that have the record. Most times record doesn't show, records alone doesn't show actually who did the best in the field. There may be a man standing doing the yeoman job in the field. The man who stops all the tackles, do all the best, but at the end of the day, one man will just come and score one goal. And he scores another goal in another team, scores 3 goals. But there is somebody who plays better than the man that scores the goal. The man is not being considered. We don't consider defenders, we don't consider the midfielders anymore. No, that shouldn't be the case, because football is bigger than just looking at it from the goal scoring point of view.
All right, let's really take a look at his time as well at Paris Saint-Germain. I think he spent about 2 seasons down there where he won 2.
Is it 2 seasons or 3 seasons?
About 3 seasons.
Yes.
Where he won 2 Ligue 1 titles for himself. Will you tag his time, at Paris Saint-Germain to be successful?
If his time at Paris Saint-Germain was not successful, we shouldn't be counting Messi as the player with the highest number of trophies.
So you say he had his
success? Yes, it was successful. Actually, it was successful. You can't say it's not successful. He won almost 6 or 7 trophies in
was it 6?
I think it should be up to 6.
I don't think it was up to 6 because he won like 2 Ligue 1 titles. He also had about, I think, 2 cup titles as well. I don't think so. It's really up to 6.
In
Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain. No. In Paris Saint-Germain, he won about 3 titles. Yeah, 2 League 1 and 1 trophy des champions. Yeah. He won 3 titles. But remove the 3 titles from the trophy cabinet of Lionel Messi. He has just 42. Too short of Dani Alves. Remove the one trophy he won at Inter Miami. He will be 1 short. He will equal with Dani Alves. So you can't say that it wasn't successful. Where he recorded 3 titles. Some players will play the entire career without a single title. Check, for instance, apart from our own J.J. Okocha, who was so skillful.
You know the reason why I'm actually asking if his time there was successful.
It was.
He was mainly brought to win the UEFA Champions League title, not even the Ligue 1 title, not even the domestic title.
But he couldn't win the Ligue 1, the UEFA Champions. That was why I was telling you that. If you check the caliber of player he had at Barcelona, these people were the people that held him so high. He was now. It's just like when somebody is standing on a platform that propels you to the top. So he was standing on a platform that took him to the top. And when he came to Paris Saint-Germain is a team that is not built the same way that Barcelona is built. They are for a very long time, apart from when they played the final in 2011, with 2011 with Bayern Munich. They have not been to the final. The only French club that have won the Champions League is Olympique Marseille. The rest of the club has not won. So the PSG team is built in such a way that the highest they go for is just the League One. So coming to PSG without the likes of Iniesta, without the likes of Xavi, without the likes of Busquets, or without the players within that caliber that can help him win that, it becomes a problem. So we shouldn't also take that out from whatever thing we're saying. So that's why it's as if he actually did not win or do what he was supposed to do. But saying outrightly that his days in PSG was a failure, or he did not live up to expectation, I think I wouldn't agree with that. At least he did his best while in Barcelona. Okay. Let's give kudos to him.
All right, definitely kudos will be given to Lionel Messi. We'll take a short break now. When we'll come back from the break, I will be able to bring you all of the 45 trophies that Lionel Messi has won. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Killing him not to counterpunch. Killing him not to counterpunch.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle o.
Why you ask oh?
Because this road wey you dey see so, e no guarantee safe delivery o.
We just dey vote for government, but we no get good governance.
At all.
Road so e no dey, light o usai, the infrastructure nko e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption spoil everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, yeah, we got two things.
And with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
You're welcome back to Sports Personality Show on Atlantic Television Network. This morning, we're taking a look at Lionel Messi. He's the most decorated player, decorated football player in history, with 45 trophies. And we have to take a look at, of course, what the man, of course, has been the titles he has been able to win. In Barcelona, he won 10 La Liga titles. He also won 7 Copa del Rey. He won 7 Spanish Cup titles while in Barcelona, and as well the UEFA League. He won about the UEFA Champions League. He won about 4 as well, and the UEFA Super Cup. He had 3 titles as well down there, and FIFA Club World Cup he had 3, and in the French Ligue 1 he had 3 titles down there for Paris Saint-Germain, and also for the FIFA Under 20 World Cup he had 1, and also had a title down there for Inter Miami. At the Olympic he had 1 medal, 1 title, and the Copa America 2 FIFA World Cup he has 1, and La Felicima he had 1 as well. So these are all the titles that Lionel Messi, of course, has won in his career. Doc, what do you make of some of the titles he's won for himself?
Yes, they are. If you check the trophy haul, you see that he won 30 titles in FC Barcelona, and we must actually see him as a serial winner. He has won trophy in almost all the competition.
Is there any trophy he doesn't have in his cabinet?
Yes, there is. He didn't win under 17.
Okay.
And then he didn't also win. I think under 17 he didn't win under 17. But I think he has won everything he's supposed to win apart from that under 17. If he had, and he cannot go back to win the under 17. Then secondly, the 2 of the trophies that were shown there, I think 28 Beijing Olympics. Olympics is a gold medal, it's not a trophy, but they are listing it as a trophy. The Finissima, for me, we are 2 clubs, we just come and play 1 match and then you give trophy to 1. They are still counting it as a trophy. But it's okay, if you check, his stay in Barcelona has really given him whatever thing he has become today. If you remove the 30 trophies he won in Barcelona, it will just be 15. I don't know if you understand me. That means, like I said earlier, he and Barcelona, they actually made themselves, and kudos must be given to whosoever that spotted him in Barcelona to pick him from that tender age to Barcelona.
Definitely, Lionel Messi, of course, the most decorated football player in history. Let's also take a look at his goal-scoring prowess. A prolific goal scorer and creative player, Messi holds the record for most goals, 474 hat-trick. 474 goals, 36 hat-trick, and 192 assists in La Liga. Most appearances, 39, and assists of 18 in Copa America. He has the most international goals, 109, and appearance 187 by a South American male. Messi has scored over 800 senior career goals for club and country, and the most goals for a single club, which is 672 goals for the man. Doc, what do you make of this record when it has to do with goal scoring for Messi?
Record follows Messi. Messi doesn't follow record. He has that ease in scoring goal. He scores goal at ease, and if you check his records, in Europe, he had about, I think, six golden boots. 6 golden boots in the whole of Europe. That means he has the highest in terms of golden boots. And if you check his assists and goal scoring prowess, there is no player that has such numbers, apart from Cristiano Ronaldo, who scores more. But when you check in terms of goals and assists, he's at the top. So kudos, we must really mention him at all points in time. Football records, he has it. I mean, goal scoring record, he has it. And wherever he goes, if he drops 2-3 goals, it also adds to the record he has already kept. And it will be very difficult for us to find players that will erase most of these records that he has created. But there are some of the records, though, that he has not been able to break, and it will be difficult for him. Especially talk about most international goals, which Ronaldo has 130 something, 131 or 32 goals, while he has 109 goals. Some of the records will be difficult for him to break because he's already 30, I think 35 or 36, 37. He's already 37. So he has lesser number of years to play, except he hang on, or maybe he goes to Division 2 or Division 3 and still score more goals there. You know, it's all about record.
Yeah.
You can go to Division 2 or 3 and continue scoring goals, and you beat the record of the other man. It will be on record.
Okay, let's also take a look at some players, of course, that have actually amassed more titles. Ryan Giggs is one of them. He had 34 trophies to his name. Cristiano Ronaldo is another man who has 35 trophies. Gerard Piqué is one man, of course, also has 37 trophies. Andre Iniesta has 37 trophies to his name. Maxwell has 37 trophies. Sergio Busquets had 37 trophies. Ashwa got 39 trophies. Hosam Hazan got 41 trophies. Dana Alves was the man who was actually leading. He had 44 trophies. But Messi winning the Copa America, that was last week, helped him to get past Daniel Alves. Now he's now 45 trophies. While Alves, of course, is not playing anymore. 44 trophies to his name. Doc, take a look at some of the players, that have actually been decorated as the best in football history when it has to do with numbers of trophies. What do you make of the names on the board?
They are quite. One thing you have to understand is this: the names we have there, like we have the likes of Andres Iniesta, Xavi, we have Ryan Giggs, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. They were actually the best within the period they played their football. These set of players. If you check, there's none of them Dani Alves. Just that most of them did not win the Ballon d'Ors because of what I said. I perceived from the angle of football tilting away from what really used to be and what actually had become of football. Back in those days, somebody like Ryan Giggs should have won at least one Ballon d'Or. Somebody like Xavi should have had one Ballon d'Or. Even Andres Iniesta should have had one Ballon d'Or, or FIFA best. But at the end, none had. That doesn't take away the fact that these players were a great player. And also, we should also understand, while talking about the 45 trophies, we shouldn't just see it as all. Because we had one man who had been there with 44 trophies. Nobody mentioned him as the best in the world. Dani Alves had 44 trophies, and he was there long ago, before Messi overtook him just some weeks. I mean, 1 week ago. So, but Messi is overtaking him now, and everybody say, hey, Messi, because football loves Messi, and Messi loves football.
Definitely. Let's take a look at his family. On June 30th, 2017, Messi married Antonella Roccuzzo, his longtime girlfriend, and the cousin of his best friend and fellow soccer player Lucas Scalia. Messi met Roccuzzo in their hometown of Rosario when he was 5 years old. Their marriage, a civil ceremony dubbed by Argentina's Clarín newspaper as the wedding of the century, was held at luxurious hotel in Rosario with a number of fellow star soccer players and Colombian pop star Shakira on the 260-person girls list. Messi and Roccuzzo have 3 children together. Thiago, born in November 2012, Matthew, born in September 2015, and Ciro, born in March.
So it do happens, even in Nigeria here, it do happens. There are people that were playing together as children. By the time they grow up, before you know it, they still come together and they get married. And I think it's something that has to show that the part of Messi was not just designed by man. It was something that God has orchestrated right from the beginning.
Yes.
So we shouldn't take it. Nobody should even argue it. You should see that so many of the things that had happened to Lionel Messi is divinely orchestrated. It's not something that you will say that Messi is not good, Messi is good, this one. No, I don't argue that. Just enjoy the moment, and we've already passed the era.
Definitely.
So we're now looking at a new phase of football. But I think football needs to return to what it used to be, where we look at players that are skillful, we look at players that contribute to the growth of the game, where we look at the players that play football not because they want people to recognize them. They play football because they have it as a raw talent. Though Messi, we shouldn't take that away from Messi, because Messi was not just playing football. Messi was football himself. Although we had another from Argentina who was more skillful, who was football himself, Diego Armando Maradona. Back then, Maradona would make you love football. For me, who I adore as the best footballer ever in the history of football.
Maradona?
Yes.
Not even Pelé?
No. Pelé had that's where goal scoring. I said football has tilted away. I will still maintain it. People are looking at winning the highest number of trophies. Pelé won 3 World Cups.
Yeah.
Maradona won 1 World Cup. Now, Maradona won World Cup in 1986. With him almost contributing all the goals. He scored 5, contributed 6. That's 11 goals. And Argentina scored 3. Imagine if he didn't go to that World Cup, Argentina wouldn't have won the World Cup. Now when they went to Italian 90, Maradona was in the team with injury. They played till in semi-final. It was penalty. They won and got to the final. The game against the German team, I think it was at the 80-something minute that they awarded the penalty to the German team, and they scored. That was how Germany won that World Cup. That's this bias. Argentina would have won the World Cup back to back with Maradona leading them as the captain. So this would have been a feat that no other player would have done. So people look at football from the goal scoring angle, but you look at it from the type of game that this player, the contribution that this player has made.
Okay. All right, let's quickly take a look at how much is in Messi's bank account, because we understand that the man is expected to, his net worth is expected to be around $600 million. You see, that's of course a very huge amount of money in Messi's bank account. But we don't have much time. We have to, call it wrap up this point on the show. Doctor, it's been an impressive time this morning talking about Lionel Messi. Yeah,
it's very, very impressive, and I must tell our viewers that anybody that hates Messi, then you hate football. You just have to enjoy it. You can't take it away from him. He's one of the best that football has ever produced in the world.
Definitely. All right, next week Saturday will be another time where we'll bring you another sports personality. But before then, 6 p.m. we'll be back for Sports Extra. Do us to join us. We promise to be an exciting time to sport on Atlantic Television Network.